The Canadian economy is a very unusually successful one, with the CAD, Canadian dollar, holding a value of 0.760 US dollars. Canada is a mixed, highly developed economy and is ranked 10th largest in terms of GDP nominal. With a GDP of about $1.733 trillion nominal in 2018, the country witnessed 2% GDP growth. The per capita is around $47,658, and most of the labor force, at least 3/4, is employed by the service industry. Why the economy of Canada is so interesting. Canada holds the 4th position when it comes to the value of its natural resources, which is around $33.2 trillion US dollars. Housing the 3rd largest petroleum reserves in the world, the country is the 4th largest exporter of natural gas and petroleum. This makes the nation an energy superpower, as the population is small and natural resources are considerably abundant. The private sector of Canada is also unusual in comparison with other developed countries. Oil and logging industries are the most important ones in that country. The aircraft and automobile manufacturing industries are equally sizable and important. In terms of seafood and commercial fishing industry, Canada ranks 8th in the world because it has got the longest coastline on Earth. Imports and exports across industries. Canada is considered one of the highest countries in the world in terms of economic freedom and has around 58 Forbes Global 2000 listed companies. Most of the Canadian economy is made up by international trade, mostly of the abundant natural resources it houses. As of 2009, forestry, mining, energy, and agriculture accounted for around 58% of total exports in Canada. The rest included equipment, machinery, etc. All exports in 2009 accounted for 30% of the country's GDP. Canada's largest trading partner, without a doubt, is the United States, with Canada dealing 63% of all imports and 73% of all exports, together with the U.S. Most of the largest companies in Canada deal in some form of natural resources, most of which is exported. Secondary industries that are born due to the primary ones are also responsible for sustaining good economic health. The Canadian economy's reliance on natural resources. Canada's economy, as well as society, are deeply affected by the country's dependence on natural resources. Though it is easy to standardize the service and manufacturing industries, it is important to note that the natural resources vary by region greatly. This means that different regions of Canada have different economic structures. This not only helps Canada's regionalism, but also improves international relations due to a large amount of exports. Sustainability and questions related to it are often posed when asking about natural resource industries. Canada has spent decades as the leading producer, and yet depletion seems nowhere near. Discoveries like the huge nickel find at the Bay of Boise are being made, and many operations in Canada are yet to be made that will rake in more natural resources. The concern of the depletion of these resources is great and not to be taken lightly. The cod fishery in the 1990s had collapsed due to overutilization, and the suffering was similar for the Pacific salmon industry. Continued activism has caused the logging industry to move to other countries or adopt a more sustainable system. For years to come, Canada's economy is going to remain strong, though strong policies need to be made for the conservation of natural resources.